Me.
Okay.
Got to be, right? You know, he obviously demands a lot of attention on the floor, but I like to say I can distribute, you know, get my teammates involved. And
what about just putting
be
points
a
up?
playmaker as well.
What about points? What if I said you go out and score as many as you want in a game, and LeBron goes out? Who scores more? I
like to say my shot would help me in that situation. If I get a double team, I can hopefully shoot from farther out than one. We'll see.
Okay, so that's Steph Curry on the Dan Patrick Show yesterday. He says he's a better offensive player than LeBron without hesitation. And he also tweeted, and I think, Stephen A., you mentioned that too. He's like, anything makes news these days, LOL. So are you okay with him saying this?
I'm totally okay with him saying this. I'm not going to go as far as to say that he's totally better offensively because the physical presence of LeBron is so formidable. He causes such problems in terms of his ability in the open floor to get to the hole, to post up because he's developed a post-up game. His perimeter shot is not as awful as it used to be, etc. But Steph Curry is my favorite offensive player in the game. This dude is lethal. LeBron can't touch him as a shooter. Steph Curry, I mean, he puts the ball in his hands. The minute he comes past half court, you are worried because he can pull up from the parking lot. I'm being facetious there to some degree, but not totally. This dude is the quintessential ultimate marksman in the game of basketball. And if you want to talk about Carmelo Anthony maybe saying, I'm a better offensive player than LeBron, oh, I could sit there and say, I understand that. But if there's one other player in this league that can sit there strictly about offense, not total impact on the game defensively or whatever, just offense, I don't know of anyone who scares me more than Steph Curry. This dude is primarily a jump shooter, still shot 48% from the field last year, averaged 24 and 8, got a handle, can dance on you anytime he wants to. And I'm talking about he don't even have to follow through. All you got to do is throw it up like that, and it's usually going in. Better than 40% from three-point range, 42% from three-point range. This dude is a sniper. He's a marksman. He is lethal. And I don't have a problem, and I don't think it's beyond the pale to have a discussion about how legitimate this young brother is. He's my favorite player in the NBA, Skip. He's a bad boy. He's my Aaron Rodgers in the NBA. That's how I feel about Steph Curry.
That's a
it's
title.
all that. He's all that.
Which was why I said before that draft I would take him over Blake Griffin, and I stand by that. But are you, Stephen A. Smith, suggesting that Steph Curry is a better offensive player than LeBron James?
You know, son, Skip?
You are.
Skip, I got to tell you, man, I got to think about it, Skip.
Uh-oh.
I got to think about it. I can't just sit there and say, oh, no way. LeBron, total impact on both ends of the floor, nobody compares. He's the best in the world. But in terms of just offense, Steph Curry can handle. LeBron don't have that kind of ball handling skills.
I don't know
Steph
about
Curry
that.
can pass.
I don't know.
LeBron can handle the rock better than Steph Curry. Have you seen Steph Curry handle the basketball?
I saw him at Davidson.
Have you seen him dance on?
Okay.
Steph Curry will boogie on you, Skip.
I know what he can do. Let's define all-around offensive player. If we are talking about distance shooting, clearly in distance shooting, as much as LeBron has improved his jump shot, Steph Curry is a much better distance jump shooter than LeBron James because Steph Curry is better than anybody else in the world at shooting the basketball from long range. Nobody is in this kid's league from long range.
Keep going.
Now, you do have to talk about distributing. And even though his assists last year were a little higher than LeBron's, 8.5 to 6.4, are you trying to tell me that as good a passer as Steph Curry is, that he's a more gifted passer than LeBron James?
No. I'm saying they're on par with each other.
Yes,
they are.
No.
Yes, they are.
Oh,
yes, they are.
Please. Listen, LeBron James is up there in that magic echelon. That Cousy, Rick Barry, that whole...
So?
Yes. LeBron's in there with all the greats, the Stocktons. He's got that gift. He's got that vision. Steph doesn't have that.
Go ahead. Keep going.
All right. Now, I do think Steph is underrated on his creativity taking the ball to the basket. His cleverness on making shots in the lane is underrated. But LeBron James, when he feels like it, can freight train like nobody has ever freight trained to the basket, which makes LeBron a better all-around scorer than Steph, because LeBron can get his points easier than Steph. His degree of difficulty is much lower than Steph, because Steph still has to resort to, what, 40-foot shots occasionally, as you say, from the parking lot? Okay, you can't tell me that as a scorer, to win the scoring title, would you take Steph Curry over LeBron James? No.
It depends on the year.
On the year? What, the year LeBron gets hurt? Is that what we're talking about?
Skip, you can't rule out anything. Steph Curry is 6'3", Skip. Now, you know, you've been around for a long time, and you see the game, and you watch it, etc. Skip Bayless, usually the smaller guys, they're sitting there, they're shooting 45, 44%, sometimes 42, 41%, you know, because they're relatively small, their difficulty in shots, etc., etc. Steph Curry is 6'3". The vast majority of his shots are from beyond 15 or 17 feet throughout his career, 46, 48, 49, 45, and 47% from the field. Three-point range, 43, 44, 45, 45, last year 42. From three-point range. What I'm saying to you is this, Skip Bayless, about the game of basketball. When you are a sniper, when you are a marksman, you create such fear because nobody can lay off you. So when you are just a shooter, that's bad enough. But when you have the handle to boogie on somebody and you can create space, plus you have a quick release, that makes you deadly. Then the brother can pass. And obviously because he has the handle, you can't boogie on somebody if you don't have the handle. LeBron's athleticism, his power, his speed is what gets him. With Steph Curry, it's skills, baby. I'm not trying to disrespect LeBron because he's the greatest in the world. But please understand something. Steph Curry is a bad somebody, Skip. This brother is special. And when you talk about LeBron, look at LeBron. You going on a paleo diet, you got to lose weight. You want to make sure you don't put extra pressure on your knees. You want to make sure you can maintain your strength for a longer period of time. Him and D. Wade and everybody going through all of that. Steph Curry can eat Big Macs. You understand? And it's not going to affect him at all
for a while
because
he can,
his
maybe.
skill set is that his skill set is that pure. This brother is special.
You know what?
That's all I'm trying to tell you.
For once.
He's a shooter.
Yeah,
Skip.
for once.
He's a shooter.
I am having to defend
Yeah.
the glory that is LeBron James' glory as an offensive machine in this league.
Breaking news.
I think you are spewing some blasphemy when it comes to Lebron James. I'm sorry.
Blasphemy?
Are you,
Blasphemy?
Yes. Are you
I swear I
predicting
got to find my man Mark Jackson or somebody.
Wait.
I got to talk to
Are
somebody.
you predicting that when their careers are said and done, that Steph will have won more scoring titles than LeBron James?
No, I'm not saying
well,
that.
I think
Skip.
that's
I'm
where
not
you're
saying that
heading.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not because he's also a point guard, Skip, so he has to distribute just as much as score. My point to you is this. Offensively, because total package-wise, he's not in the same ballpark as LeBron because he doesn't have an impact on the game in terms of matchups, in terms of what he does defensively, that LeBron has. But purely as an offensive player, you can mention Steph Curry in the same breath as anybody on the planet. He is that gifted of a shooter. And think about this, Skip. Let me bring Ray Allen. Now, Ray Allen is a shooting guard. Doesn't have that kind of skill set.
No.
But Ray Allen, talk about retiring and all of this stuff. The brother, 37. Ray Allen could easily play 3 more years in this league. Do you know why, Skip? Because the brother can shoot. He can shoot, and shooters last longer. Melo will be worth every penny to the New York Knicks as a superstar franchise $100 million player because he can shoot, Skip. Steph Curry is a marksman. There is nobody in the game of basketball outside of maybe Ray Allen that can shoot like this brother.
Nobody.
This brother is
I don't think
special.
Ray can shoot like this brother can.
And that's right. And by the way, he does it off the dribble. It's not spot, set up,
we get it.
catch and shoot.
Okay,
He does it off the dribble.
You know what
He's a bad somebody, man. Steph Curry's
Final
bad,
question.
Skip.
Back to Kerry's original question.
Back to the question.
When Steph answered Dan Patrick's question, do you think he believed what he was saying? Do you think Steph believes he's a better all-around offensive player? I do not. I'm sorry, I'm not buying it. I think it was the classic case of, what do you want the man to say? He got backed into a corner. He got caught a little off guard. Are you better than Law?
No.
Yeah, I'm better.
Yeah,
I mean, what do you want him to say?
I thought he said it like, of course I'm better.
Skip. Shooters. Nobody in basketball has more confidence than shooters because shooters don't have to outmuscle you. They don't have to play above the rim. All they got to do is create space and get this shot off, and it's butter, Skip. It's just that simple. That's what it is, Skip.
Can I have my camera
Curry's
back?
a bad boy.
I got to have my camera back.
Okay.
Bad
Please,
boy.
thank you.
Yes.
LeBron James, I have your back.
I know.
Maverick, Rich, Randy, I have your man's back on this show. You can always count on me.
Oh, my.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have some breaking news on First Take. Here it is, Skip Bayless defending LeBron against Stephen A. Smith. Interesting. Breaking news. Running on the ticker.
Y'all need to. It ain't about LeBron. It's about appreciating Curry. Steph's a bad boy.
He is
you better
a bad
recognize.
Boy. He is a bad boy. Steph, we're
I'm
having
still
some fun.
depressed the Knicks didn't get him. Got picked one pick before the Knicks could grab him.
Yeah.
I'm still depressed over